it was onto this layer rather than this layer. So I kept having it go below here, and I couldn't figure out why, so I changed it above, and it got towards this layer, which I thought was pretty cool. But then it kept going like above here, and it would actually, if you were to get in front of the area, it would blow itself up. And I don't think that there's actually a command that actually makes it ignore players. So you just gotta make sure that you're careful with it. There you go, I can have a demolition crew. Uh-oh. They missed its target. I better go and save it. Come on. I have a bad feeling about this. What happened in the creative mode world is that if it missed its target, yeah, it would bounce right back. And I sent a bunch, so I don't know if they're all gonna head back or not. Where did that one land? If anybody actually knows a command to prevent that, I would love to know. Because I don't want that to happen. Because I think what kept happening is that it kept bouncing back, and it was so close to Voracle that I was actually scared to even want to use this command. But how the heck did you get in here? Oh, if you guys are wondering why the game is quieter, it's because I was testing around with the cannon, and I did not want it to, like... I think the cannon was even giving me a headache at one point, because I had it on, like, full blast. And I even, like, left the cannon on while I was gone for about, like, 10 minutes, give or take. And so all you could hear is, like, the explosion just constantly happening, which was funny. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to have a obsidian sort of splash shield over here. I'm just going to spawn it in creative mode. It's not that big of a deal. And I also did say that I was going to try and do my admin duties on screen, so let's go do that as well after this. I just want to make sure that nothing else gets too terribly destroyed. So we'll just go that tall, we'll go over here. So I figured that there's also a thing I can do with wither skulls, but I don't know the full length of that, and also I don't know exactly which, like, how they would look. I was perfectly fine with gas fireballs. If you did not know, it's also pretty much flame charges. So I was fine with that. I was already sort of wanting to use something similar to that. I think there was also a way you can make arrows be used as TNT. The problem is that I don't know if it will only convert that arrow into TNT and not actually have it to be able to be used everywhere else. Because I think you actually had, in order for that to work, you had to have a repeating redstone block, or like a command block on a repeater kind of thing, on a repeating system. And I did not want that at all, so I didn't want it to, so although whenever you're near Voracle, you get like a passive kind of thing where it's like, every arrow you shoot is now explosive. It's like, great! That's not what we want at all. So I think that should be fine for a blast wall. That block is dead. So we'll try it out. We'll try one shot each. And then we'll go into the single player version of this map, and then we'll try and wipe out the arena. We'll sort of Thanos snap it out of existence. There we go. Let's try the Voracle cannons. Alright, let's say the enemy is in that fortress. We're going to try and blast right through that wall. Did it damage anything? I think it just set everything on fire. And that block is gone. Yeah. The wall may be too tall, but that's fine. It's not really that big of a deal. Let's try again. Let's try the other side. Let's see if he'll... Oh, it's setting the other one. It's setting my arena on fire. Oh, it actually blew it up. Oh. I thought the arena might be actually kind of safe. Or if not, it would shoot from the cannon, like sort of do something like this, where it would peer right through here, kind of thing, and then shoot the wall. But I guess not. I may have to relocate this. Who knows? But that's pretty fun. That's pretty cool. Okay. Let's go do the arena wiping area. Because that's pretty much where I need to pretty much devote some of my focus being. Okay. Let's try and find... Okay, I'm gonna go and do this. Do this. I don't know if I explained these, but I'm just gonna wait till I make that vertical video kind of thing, or some mod, and just do that. Okay. So actually, I should probably go to that area then. So /TP at P 100, 100, and 100. It's the simplest command. Like it's the simplest not command, but it's the simplest numbers to know exactly where I need to go. So we're gonna try and blip this out of the world kind of thing. So when somebody else joins in on the world kind of thing, they're not going to see this monstrosity. This is only supposed to be in existence whenever somebody actually does need the arena. I just want to make sure that I have it saved in here though. There you go. Yeah, now it's showing up command blocks. Okay. There you go. Okay. So now that that's all done and over with, so we did put in a button over, or we did put a command block in here that is empty. We're going to be filling that. Now, of course, I'm going to disconnect from the server. We're going to go into my Revit-based world, which is not actually Revit-based anymore. It's just Rasa-based, but I'm just too lazy into figuring out. Actually, I want to try this pause recording button, and I'm going to be right back if it actually does what I think it does. Alright, so if that actually did do exactly what I wanted it to do, you've seen me from my Revit-based world over to here perfectly fine. I'll have to check that. I'll have to edit it and see how well it works. If it doesn't do what I think it should do, then, well, I'm sorry. Why am I lagging on single player? I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so pretty much what I just did off screen is I went down to one of my other Rasa bases and pretty much grabbed a command block that has the command that pretty much blips it out of nowhere. So pretty much what we need to do is we need to make sure that it grabs a corner block specifically from this location that is under. Okay, we need to make sure that it is going straight for this corner block right here. So we need to make sure that it goes from this. Oh, actually, I shouldn't use dirt, or I shouldn't use sand. I should use dirt. It's a better example. So if you've ever used like MC Edit kind of thing, we need to make sure it's exactly the same way that you would end up using it. So we need to make sure that it goes from one corner to another. So we need to make sure that it goes from that corner all the way over to that corner. So we need to make sure that as soon as we click on a button and specifically click it, and it removes from here to here. And what I usually like to do is I usually like to do something like this. I usually like to put a block to the side, block to the side. And this is actually going to be much easier than what I did with Rasa-Base, because Rasa-Base actually had to freaking leave and find out exactly how it worked. And there you go. So now pretty much whenever we actually do go inside of the actual like arena kind of thing, we're gonna see that. So I'm actually gonna, just in case it actually does destroy it, I'm gonna go from the bottom. I'm going to of course I went towards the one area that actually is covered. Let's go towards the one area that's I know is not covered, and then we'll go and save the arena through here. I don't know if this world has the arena saved, but just in case, we will save it. We'll TP out, and that should be fine. Okay. So now we need to make sure that we go from here to here. So the way that we do that is we grab what this location is relative to the area. So what we are looking at right here, I'm going to screenshot it so I can actually show it off later. So what we're looking at here is that we are facing a block. This block's coordinates should be, yeah, it should be right about here. So the targeted block is right here. Okay, sorry. I'm going to take another picture just in case I actually hit the obsidian instead. So what we're trying to get is we're trying to get this exact area. Okay? We're trying to get this exact coordinates data, and we're trying to get towards this exact coordinates data. So we're going to click on F3. Oh, not F3, sorry. Click F2 so we can get it. And there you go. So now what we need to do is we need to make sure that we set the first point to exactly where we want it to go. So we need to go take, so I'm going to go take a look at the screenshot kind of thing. This is another, it's another good way of actually looking at it, is to grab screenshots of where you actually need to look at and take a look at it as a whole. Please tell me you made two. Excellent. Okay, so now I can judge between the two. So we need to go -5. Because the difference between the two is -5. So which means -5 should technically do it. The height is -3. And the other thing is, let's see here, -5 again. Okay. So there we go. So that is the difference between where this command block is located and where we need the first point to be at. Now we can get rid of the command block image. We don't need it anymore. Now what we need to do is we need to find out the difference between this... Sorry. I'll actually... Did it save it? Yeah, I did. Okay. We need to find out the difference between this location. Sorry about that. We need to find out the difference between this location right here and the difference between this location over here. So we're going to go back to this, and we're going to go back over here, and we're going to go back over here. This needed to be done anyway. I wanted to do it off screen, but I did say that I was going to do it on screen so I can show you guys exactly what I do pretty much off screen. So let's see here. So we need it to go from -5 to +20. So we're going to go and change the 9 to, I think it's 25, I think is what we needed to do, because we wanted to move that many blocks. So the difference between 64 and 84 is 20, so we'll just change that to 20. So we don't need it to be 40, we need it to be, so the original command area is, actually I'm looking at the wrong area, never mind, it's actually 24, 19, or no, wait. Wait, it's negative. It's a -12 to that. Actually, it's actually 31. Okay, so we're heading. Okay, let me try and wrap my brain around this again, because I'm confusing myself now. So I need to go from a negative value to a positive. So I need to make sure that the positive is higher than a negative to account for that. So negative 12 needs to go up to 19. So it needs to be a positive 31. It's way too early for this. I literally just got up. Okay. So need to go from 6. Yes, I was originally correct. It was 20. Now the last one, we need to go from negative 100 to 69. Nice. That would be 31. Done. Okay. So now, if my math is indeed correct, which it might not be, we should see the dirt corners disappear. But we should see these bedrock blocks still at their relative